What up, y'all? Your boy Mike back again. And today I wanted to do something a little different. You know what I mean? Well, not different, because I did do a video on this certain topic of wrestling. Not of the topic I'm going to do at hand, but it was about wrestling. I did my top 5 professional wrestlers of all time. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of y'all niggas just want hip-hop, 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 hip-hop. You know, and I love hip-hop to death, you know. Which I have a lot of hip-hop videos in store. But I also love metal. It's like my second favorite genre. I also love wrestling, professional wrestling. I also love movies. And I did a Scarface movie review. You know, the seminal 1983 classic. I did that. So you guys should know that this channel will basically be hip-hop, metal, wrestling, movies. Maybe some other things sprinkled in here and there, you know. Annoying shits series and all that. So, with the release of WWE 2K18 coming out on October 17th, I'm getting it on the 13th because I pre-ordered it, the deluxe edition. So, I figured, you know, what is the greatest wrestling games of all time? Excuse me. And I thought to myself, I wanted to do 20, but I said, fuck it, let me do 10. You know what I mean? Because that's, you know, a roundabout number. And I did it. I compiled a list. Sorry, I got fucking bad heartburn and shit. I have GERD. I should have pills for it, but I don't. Doctor's a fucking idiot. No, whole another video. But yeah, man. Fucking, I compiled a great list of 10 wrestling video games, and I'm gonna give my history of wrestling games first. Around 1991, I took a trip to Tennessee to see my Aunt Gail. It was me and my mom. We went there. And I was chilling with my cousin Jason. Nigga looks like Rick Ross. Back then he didn't. You know, he does. And he had Nintendo. You know, regular Nintendo. This is like 91. And the first wrestling game I ever played was WCW World Championship Wrestling. Something like that, Championship Wrestling. Forgot the title. The Legion of Doom / the Road Warriors on the cover. They're the Road Warriors in WCW. You know, Hawk and Animal, the blue shoulder pads. In that game was like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Ric Flair, Kevin Sullivan. It came out like in 89, I want to say 89, somewhere in there. Maybe Lex Luger was in there. I can't remember, but they all had like the same attire but different colors, like blue pants and black trunks type of deal. And I remember loving it. You know, it's like 91. And I played Contra in that day and all that. But yeah, that's the first wrestling game I ever played. You know. And fast forward to 1992, I was in elementary school, and one of my good friends, Adam, let me borrow WWF Super WrestleMania for the Super Nintendo. And I had Super Nintendo that year of 92. I got it for Christmas. He let me borrow that. And although a great roster, you know, Sid Justice was one of my favorites. Sid Justice, Legion of Doom was in there, Natural Disasters, Earthquake and Typhoon, Jake the Snake Roberts, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, maybe. I think he's in the Sega Genesis version. Maybe he's in both, I can't remember. Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, you know. It was a good roster, but there was no finishing maneuvers. The Sega Genesis one, which I got that same year as well, had the moves, and I had a different roster, you know. Ultimate Warrior was in there, Papa Shango, Shawn Michaels, shit like that, you know. And I like those games, especially the Sega Genesis one. I thought it was better. But 1993 is when they really made me happy. And this is where we get to my list. So number 10 on my list is the 1993 released WWF Royal Rumble. The Super Nintendo version I prefer. It's for the Sega Genesis as well, but I prefer the Super Nintendo version. And this game is great. You know what I mean? Finishing maneuvers finally on there. You know what I mean? The roster was so good. Had Bret the Hitman Hart, Razor Ramon, Macho Man Randy Savage, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Tatanka, Mr. Perfect, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Crush, Ric Flair, Yokozuna, Ted DiBiase, and the narcissist Lex Luger. Now, when this game came out, it was pretty much up to date, I want to say. It looked like 1993. You know, all the main players was there. They added finishes, like I said before, which was great. Royal Rumble match, which was very fun. I love doing a Royal Rumble match in there. The sprites looked very cool. The game was awesome. I loved box art back in the day. Put up by LJN. You know, LJN gets a lot of flack for the shitty games, but this is not one of them, y'all. And this includes the manual, a very what the fuck I was gonna say? Very clean cartridge. The cartridge is in great condition. Poster comes with everything. Great set I have here. You know, immaculate condition. Because a lot of the Super Nintendo games, I have a lot of Super Nintendo games, and a lot of them are just cart only, just a cartridge only. Because you know, the boxes and shit gets fucked up over time. But yeah, man, absolutely great game. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You can gouge eyes, you can choke, you can hit with chairs. You can do like a tournament mode where you just win the championship. It's just a little magazine, you know what I mean? Great shit, man. I fucking love this game. I played this so much with my uncle back in '93. Loved it so much. Love this version. The roster is great. My favorite version out of the two. But here it is for Sega Genesis. The difference between that, you know, everyone is the same except there's no Yokozuna, which sucks, and there's no Tatanka, there's no Ted DiBiase, there's no Mr. Perfect, there's no Ric Flair. Instead, you get Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Erna Shyster, IRS. You know, you get Papa Shango, Rick the Model Martel, and you get the immortal Hulk Hogan, which is a good addition, I guess. But this looks like 1992. You know, it really does, like late 92. That's what it looks like. You know, because there's no, like, Yoko and Tatanka was so popping in 93. You know what I mean? And they're not in there. But I do like it. For Sega Genesis, but I prefer it for Super Nintendo. Great fucking game, love it. That's number 10 on my list. WWF Royal Rumble for Super Nintendo, 1993. Takes me back, man. Takes me the fuck back. All right. Next on my list, it's for both systems, and for both systems, it's pretty much the damn same game. In Super WrestleMania and Royal Rumble, there was different characters, different superstars, like I said, for each game. You know, but for this one, it's pretty much the same. And I'm talking about WWF Raw, released in 1994. I do have it for Sega Genesis, and I have it for Super Nintendo, but it doesn't have the book or the box. I have the booklet, no box. One day I'll get the box. I'm gonna fucking complete it like that when it comes to games that I love. But yeah, Raw for both systems, it's the same. You know, this game featured Bret the Hitman Hart, Bam Bam Bigelow, 1-2-3 Kid, Diesel, Doink, Lex Luger. First time ever a female in a wrestling game. Luna Vachon. Should have had Alundra Blaze in here, you know, so she can have someone to wrestle. Owen Hart, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Yokozuna. Love this game. They added, like, I believe a pail, a bell outside the ring. Endurance mode, which is hard as a motherfucker. What's they adding here? Mega moves. You know, Mortal Kombat was big at the time of fatalities. It's nothing like that. But you do, like, some crazy shit. Like, Owen Hart does, like, a spinning double clothesline type deal. Razor does some shaking maracas type sound, and he like does some crazy shit to you. Diesel just throws you in the air like a super power bomb. Yokozuna does a cannonball. Doink just fucking punch you like a football. Crazy shit like that with the mega moves. Absolutely great game. In my opinion, the greatest 16-bit wrestling game of all time. That was for a home system. I love it. A lot of people say, Steel Cage, Raising the Cage for Sega CD. No. Get like 20 wrestlers in there, which is huge. That's pretty cool. I want that game. I don't have that. But Raw be my favorite. I love Raw. It's great. WWF Raw, 1994. For both systems, I'll play anyone. It's the same deal. So there you have it. That's number 9. Number 8. WWE 2K14 for the PS3. It's for Xbox 360 as well, but I got it for PS3. You could say the SmackDown versus Raws, which is good. Some good games. Like I love 2006. I love what's the other one? 2007 is dope. 2008 not a big fan. 2009 not a big fan. 2010 forgettable. 2011 even more forgettable. 2012 sucks. And this one released in 2013. Why is it on my list? Because forever I wanted a game you can have Hulk Hogan in it, Macho Man Randy Savage in it, and the Ultimate Warrior in it at the same time, with a good engine behind it. Because yes, you did have games that had them all in there at the same time. And I'm not talking about the old school games. I'm talking about games like on since like the PlayStation era came about. You had the Showdown game, the Legends of Wrestling game, and that game was ass. The controls are shit. The roster wasn't amazing. If the Legends of Wrestling Showdown had a good controller engine, it'd be great. But it didn't. It sucked dick. But 2K15 is great, man. I mean 2K14. 2K15 sucked dick as well. But 2K14 is amazing. I'll tell you why. Because it has Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage in it. The legends, you know what I mean? Razor Ramon. Finally, Razor Ramon. I wanted Razor Ramon and Diesel in a WWE game for years, and finally they're both in here. Yokozuna. Yokozuna, man. He was in that shitty Legends of WrestleMania game, but I don't like that game. He's in here and it's phenomenal. Bret the Hitman Hart, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, so many fucking legends. The roster at the time, was pretty much up to date with the Shield and all that, Daniel Bryan and all the names that were big in 2013. It didn't have the Wyatt family in there because they debuted that year. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, pretty much. The legendary roster is great. The legends, and you can do 30 years of WrestleMania in here. It's a epic ass mode. I love that mode. And the legends roster is fucking phenomenal. Of course, it's missing some people, but for the most part, it is great. And the DLC is amazing, man. I love DLC in here. NWO guys are in here, like Hollywood Hulk Hogan, but he was already on the game. But the DLC, Scott Hall is in here, Kevin Nash. Not only is Razor Ramon and Diesel in here, but Scott Hall and Kevin Nash are in here. And NWO, Scott Steiner, the Giant, Six, Macho Man Randy Savage in his NWO attire is in here. So fucking happy, it's great, And a lot of people bitch about the 2K engine. I love it. I love the controls for this game. Like I said, I don't like 2K15. 2K16 is good, but it has this problem. It keeps crashing. When you're trying to create somebody, that's bullshit. 2K17 is a great game. I like 2K17 a lot. Only complaint is they have they glitches. That's why it had so many patches. That game had so many patches. Hopefully 2K18 is better. But I do like the current games. You know what I mean? But 2K18 needs to be better than that. The glitches and stuff need to go fuck themselves. But this is great. 2K14 is amazing. Great fucking game. The Legends, that really made me happy about this, mostly, you know what I mean? Current roster is good too, but the Legends, man, are in here. Make me very happy. And all those WrestleMania arenas, Great game. WWE 2K14, 2013 was released. Get some water. Yeah, man. So what's next? All right. 1997 rolls around, and you get WCW versus the World for the PlayStation, and that was okay. You know what I mean? But it lacked WCW Restless. It really did. No Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Are you fucking kidding me? So that same year, WCW versus NWO World Tour comes out, yo. And I absolutely love this game. Remember, there's a video store called Nap Video. It was like Blockbuster, you know, probably the only East Coast thing. But this game is amazing. I love it. You get all the NWO members that were popping at the time. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Buff Bagwell. I believe even Bogus Sting is in here. Eric Bischoff, Six. You get Ultimo Dragon, Lord Steven Regal, The Giant, Ric Flair. What you getting here, man? Mad motherfuckers. Diamond Dallas Page, Wrath, Glacier. You know Glacier ain't good, but I'm just saying who's in here. This game's great, man. The controls on this game are fucking great. That Aki engine is where it's at. You know, made by THQ, but like Aki, that engine is just impeccable. This is my favorite type of game. Type of wrestling game. That engine, fucking incredible. Absolutely love it. It's so good. This game is great. You know, there's little fuck ups in here, like I don't think Scott Hall doesn't raise the outsider's edge correct in here. I think something wrong with Kevin Nash's finisher, if I remember correctly. I don't know, but they fixed that, and we'll get to that. But great game, 1997, a whole lot better than WCW versus the World. Leaps and bounds better than that. Love it, man. Absolutely love it. 1997, WCW vs NWO World Tour for the Nintendo 64. You know, GoldenEye was around at this time. You know, great time playing this game. Absolutely love it. Good game. Great game. Next is a game that is just fantastic, man. It's not really talked about amongst diehards. It is. And I'm talking about Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. This is actually a Japanese cart. How I played it, I bought an 8-bit screwdriver. And I took some shitty like basketball title. And you gotta take the back, because it won't fit in an American Nintendo 64. So I took an 8-bit screwdriver, you can get it on eBay. And I unscrewed the back and put the Japanese, the American part on this Japanese cart, and boom, it fit right in. Played perfectly, you know what I mean? And I love it. It's amazing. It features a lot of some American guys like Vader, because he wrestled in Japan at the time. Stan Hansen, Bruiser Brody, RIP, passed away in '88. Legends from Japan. I love 90s Japanese wrestling. You know, All Japan Pro Wrestling to be exact. You know, Misawa, Kawada, Kenta Kobashi, John Akiyama, so they say his fucking name. Gary Albright also passed away. R.I.P. Misawa passed away as well. My favorite Japanese wrestler of all time is Misawa. Easily. Tons of other motherfuckers. Jushin Thunder Liger. Filled with fucking legends. You can fight like MMA matches in here. I'm not a big fan of MMA, but still you can fight that type of shit in here. Great game. Paid $35 fucking bucks for it, but I wanted it. It's amazing. AJ Styles loved this game. I got privy to it from my boy Adam. Always used to talk about this game all the time. You know what I mean? He got his N64 modified. You know, I didn't do that. I just fucking took the shitty NBA title, whatever the hell it was I took. I think that was what it was. And put the back of that on top so it could fit in the cartridge. Fit in the N64. But this game is great. But if you know, it's all in Japan though. There's ways around that, but I don't know how to do it. It's all in Japan. Japanese, I mean. But if you know how to navigate the WrestleMania 2000 menu, than you get of a hold of this and you know how to do it. Because that's what I do. You know what I mean? Great game. The year 2000 it came out. Virtual Wrestling 2. Great game. Some people might say a little too long. Unless this game is fucking praised. You know, I love it too, but I got some shit ahead of it. But amazing. Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. Nintendo 64. 2000. Next is a game that I just fucking love. WWE Smackdown. Here Comes the Pain. The year 2003. In the height of the Ruthless Aggression era. Love this game. The game before this, SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth. Not Shut Your Mouth. Is it? Yeah, Shut Your Mouth. 2002. Great game too. But this is my favorite out of the PS2 games. Easily. You know. Amazing game. You know, Brock Lesnar was popping at the time. Obviously he's on the cover. Rey Mysterio was popping. Kurt Angle. The Evolution. Which kind of sucks because Randy Orton has his old school babyface attire on here. But he's in the Evolution in the game. Undertaker. Still doing the American Badass. Big Evil gimmick. You do bra and panties matches and shit in here. Elimination Chamber for the first time. And for the first time ever, they included legends like Sergeant Slaughter, Ted DiBiase, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Roddy Piper. And some of them look like shit, you know what I mean? Like Roddy Piper looked really bad, if I remember correctly, but just starting so they get a pass. LOD was in here, you know, Hawk and Animal and shit. Great fucking game, man. I love it, you know. I was always pissed off that Shawn Michaels didn't have his wrestling attire and Shut Your Mouth. He had the fucking End of the World shirt on, but in here he does. The WrestleMania 19 attire, I think. You know, Chris Jericho was popping out around this time too in 2003. That King of the World gimmick he was doing. Matt Hardy, Virgin 1 at the time. They're supposed to be like FBI. Remember them? Like Johnny the Bull and Vito and Nunzio, I think it was, supposed to be in here. But they didn't make the game. I forgot why. Along with like Jeff Hardy and Hulk Hogan, I want to say. But they didn't make it. They didn't make the game. But this game is amazing. Some people put it even higher, like number 2 and shit. And I kind of messed around with that. But I gotta put it at the number it is. Which is number fucking, what I got this shit at? Number 4. Yeah. Great game though. Just an amazing fucking game. It's one of the best ever. I ain't played this in a long time, but one day I will. And, it's really good. Classic. A lot of good times playing this with my little brothers and shit like that. Really good game. Classic shit. Season mode. Always fun. Yeah. So WWE Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain. It's a masterpiece. It's seminal. It's essential for any wrestling fan. 2003. Really good game. Next. 1999 rolls around and WWE has THQ do their games now. You know, the Aki Corporation and shit like that. This is WrestleMania 2000. WWF WrestleMania 2000, released in 1999. The game is pretty much up to date roster wise. Only it's missing like guys like Kurt Angle and fucking the Dudley Boys who just debuted. But other than that, it's pretty much up to date. You know, it's a really fucking good game. Absolutely love this game. It's so fucking good. But it basically bases off like 98, 99 roster you get in here. But the gameplay is just like, you know, WCW End of Revenge and stuff like that, World Tour. But I fucking love this game, man. So many hours spent on this game. So many hours spent. My boy Adam, you know, just get mad high and play this game. My nigga Ray as well. Fucking fantastic, yo. Absolutely love this game. It's amazing in my opinion. The commercial's funny. The Rock, like, they show the graphic of The Rock from WrestleMania 2000. He's like, who's this fucking copycat being The Rock's gimmick infringement? You know what I mean? The Rock was real. His swagger was on 100 back then, you know what I mean? And it's a fantastic game. You get all the heavy hitters in here. It's Kane, Stone Cold Steve Austin, X-Pac, New Age Outlaws, Triple H, Chyna. You know, all the divas at the time that was in the game. Great game. Kurt Angle. No, fucking not Kurt Angle. I was thinking of some other game. Hardy Boys, Jeff Jarrett, Viscera, the whole Ministry of Darkness shit was going on. All that is in this game. Black cartridge as well. Wish I had the case for this, but I don't. Great game. Absolutely love it. It's monumental. It's fucking epic. Love everything about it. Great game. So WWF WrestleMania 2000, 1999. At the height of the Attitude Era. Amazing game. Next is a game that I love, man. One of my favorite wrestling games of all time. Absolutely adore this fucking game. And I fucked up on something. So we'll talk about that now. I just realized it's a big fucking botch. But before World Tour, I'm supposed to have WWF WrestleFest that came out in 1991. And that game is amazing. It's only for arcades. I have it on this MAME. I think it's like an app you can play on your computer. It's called MAME. And I got mad arcade games on there, you know what I mean? NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat series, you name it. I got everything on there. And I also have all the wrestling games like WWF Superstars that came out in 89, WrestleMania the arcade game that came out in 95, even though WrestleMania the arcade game is on home systems. This game is incredible. Came out in 1991. You got Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Earthquake, Sergeant Slaughter, Mr. Perfect, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Jake the Snake Roberts, did I say Sergeant Slaughter? Demolition, Legion of Doom, who you can't play with. They're like the bosses. You can only do tag team matches and Royal Rumbles. But it's an amazing game. Absolutely terrific. That was number 6 on my list. I fucked up and didn't do it. It's all jumbled in the wrong order, but fuck it. I can't show you all that because it was never on home system. It's only on the motherfucking arcade. But I'll put it as my thumbnail for this video. So there you have it. Number 6 was WWF WrestleFest, released in 1991, only for arcade, yo. And now it's number 2. So number 2 is WCW NWO Revenge, released in 1998. This is one of those cases for cartridges you can buy on eBay. You know, it's photocopied and stuff, but it's pretty good quality, man. And I still have the booklet and the poster that came with it. The cartridge just sits in the case. So yeah, this game is incredible. As I was saying I had to talk about WrestleFest because I fucked up the order. You know, you had World Tour come out in 97 and shit like that. And that game was great. But this game just put shit on the map. Like, for what's the definition of a great wrestling game? And it did that, man. Over 60 wrestlers, man. At the time, you know, the NWO split up originally what it was in 96. You know what I mean? So by 98, it was like the Wolfpack, Red and Black, and NWO Hollywood. NWO Wolfpack consist of Kevin Nash, Conan, Lex Luger, Sting, and Macho Man Randy Savage. I wish, even Scott Hall said this should have happened. Scott Hall goes with Nash to join the Wolfpack. That'd be so much better. And I don't mind the split, but at least make it better. Like, Hulk Hogan should have been with Macho Man. Like, Macho Man should have been with Hogan and NWO Hollywood. And Hall should have been with Wolfpack instead. Would have been so much better in my opinion. But they fucked that up. You know, Bischoff and shit. But Yeah, man, even like jobbers are in here, man. You know what I mean? Like, this game has everybody, man. It's so fucking dope. I love the engine on here. It's fan-fucking-tastic. Incredible fucking game. Love everything about it. It is absolutely phenomenal. All the championships are in here. It's so much fun. You can customize the wrestlers. It's so fucking good. WCW Endable Revenge, 1998. Fan-fucking-tastic. You got Goldberg, Raven, Nash, and Hollywood Hogan on the cover. Very, very good game. Raven's flock is all in here. You know, Raven, Sick Boy, fucking Lodi, I think. I don't know if you can wrestle with him, though. Probably can, I can't remember. Kidman, you know, the whole nine. Saturn. They're all in here. You know, Wolfpack, like I said. Everybody's in the game. It's absolutely phenomenal. WCW Endable Revenge, 1998. Fantastic game. Number 2 on my list. My second favorite wrestling video game of all time. Now, number 1 is probably cliche. I don't give a fuck. It's my favorite wrestling game of all time. And I'm talking about 2000's WWF No Mercy. Released at the closing, well, about to be the tail end of the Attitude Era. No, not really. To me, the end of the Attitude Era is WrestleMania 17. Vince bought WCW around that time, and that's like the tail end of the Attitude Era. And to me, the Attitude Era didn't have a great WrestleMania until 17, which is my favorite WrestleMania of all time. So, his WWF No Mercy, released in 2000. All the heavy hitters are in here at the time. Hardy Boys, Kurt Angle, Dudley Boys, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, X-Pac, New Age Outlaws, you name it, Big Show. No, Big Show's not in here, my bad. Fuck, I'm talking about. Big Show's not in here for whatever reason. I'm about to mention that about Ric Flair and Revenge, too. Like, Ric Flair was in WCW 98 heavy, but he's not in the game. I think something to do with Bischoff and shit like that. Big Show got fired around this time, I think. But he's not in here, you know, which kind of sucks. But, I don't like Big Show at all. He's fucking terrible, but, you know, he should have been in the game. Don't know why he's not in here. You know, the first time you could play a lot of match on N64. It's so fucking good. It is amazing. Love the gameplay, the customization. Say somebody, you know, gets an upgraded look. You can fix that. Like a facial hair or the hair. You get a haircut, you can fix that in here. This game is amazing. You know, absolutely amazing. Love the intro. You know, love playing it. Spent countless hours on this game. My uncle and shit like that. My homeboys. Absolutely amazing game. My favorite wrestling game of all time. No Mercy is great, man. You know, it's like the better older brother to WrestleMania 2000. Even though I love WrestleMania 2000. WrestleMania 2000 is amazing. But, gotta go with No Mercy, man. 2000. Fantastic game. I think it's the best wrestling game of all time, in my personal opinion. And it's so praised, and it deserves all the praise it gets. Okay, this game is fucking fantastic. Nothing bad I can say about this game. So WWF No Mercy 2000. Like I said, a slew of fucking wrestlers. The roster's pretty much up to date. Great fucking game. WWF No Mercy. Released in 2000. So that is my top 10 wrestling games of all time. I'm sorry about the fuck up with WWF WrestleFest. The arcade game. You know, I think I fucked up because it's not NAMI. You know what I mean? That's probably why I fucked up. But I fixed it and I talked about it. You know, I'm not perfect, but like I said, hope you all enjoy. If you don't want to watch, don't watch. If you want to watch, superb, you can watch it. I got more hip hop videos coming. More metal videos coming, more fucking Battle of the LPs, stuff like that. Just trying to keep my channel with different topics and shit like that, stuff that I enjoy. I know like a lot of y'all just want hip hop, but I gotta put different shit on here because I just don't enjoy hip hop. You know, I love it to fucking death. I'll enjoy other things too. So yeah, there you have it, man. My top 10 wrestling games of all time. WWE 2K18 releases on October 17th. I'm getting on the 13th. I hope it's fucking no bugs and shit. Because 17 was riddled with bugs. But what can you say? So I hope you all enjoy this. I'll see you on the flip side. I love you all, man. Peace.